Good morning, good morning, good morning. Hi. I hit my few minutes late this morning. So apologies. But we are going to go ahead and begin with journal entry. So gratitude journaling, and then a little bit of meditation, and then end with a little bit of movement. So hello, welcome. Hi. So glad you're here. So if you have your journal handy, go ahead and grab it. This one is mine. And honestly, I don't have like long journal entries. And so I like to just kind of keep adding to pages. So let me show you what I'm talking about. So like for this page, I have like 1, 2, 3 entries. Good morning. Hello. Welcome. So I have this one is from yesterday, so I'll just kind of continue on this page. So we'll begin with the date. So today is the 28th, so 7/28. And then I want you to just kind of get out whatever is in your mind. So if there's something that's like bothering you or frustrating, you just don't want that to come out in your like gratitude journaling. So good morning, welcome, hi. So what if there is anything that's bothering you, that this is where you could like write it down just to like get it out of your brain, because sometimes we just need to release it in whatever way we're gonna release it. So I think for me, for today, there's nothing that's like outwardly like super duper bothering me, but I think the only thing is when I woke up this morning to like get ready and everything, I always wake up around 5 and then I go live at 6. So I'm kind of like awake. And then when I woke up at 5 this morning, I was very, very tired. I think because I went to bed a little bit later last night. So didn't feel like I got like a super duper restful sleep. So I think I'm going to write that down. Yeah, actually, it crossed my mind to like hit the snooze button, which never happens, honestly. So I very rarely do I ever hit the snooze button. I'm not a snooze buttoner. Never have been. Just because once I like wake up, and then if I try to go back to sleep, I then get like a little bit angry. And if I do end up falling asleep, I wake up super groggy. And so I just don't like the way that it feels. Thanks for following me. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Okay. So I did wake up super groggy this morning. And every morning my husband makes me coffee, or like the night before. So it's always ready for me. It's one of the ways that we have discussed like this is something that like really makes me feel loved, and so I was very lucky to have that. So I've drank most of my cup of coffee. I'm feeling a little bit more awake now. And then yesterday I was thinking, I wake up at 5, I should probably do like my own personal practice before I go live. And then this morning came and I felt not great, and I was like, I don't want to. So that's something maybe to like think about for the future. So do I want to do a personal practice like prior to like going live? I do, like it's in my mind, but have you ever done this like where you plant a seed and you need like 4 months for you to like come around to it? That's normally how my ideas go. So anything you're seeing on TikTok, it's probably taken me about 3 months to like put it out there. Just me. Okay. All right. So once you kind of get that, whatever thoughts are just chaosing in your brain, go ahead and write down 1, 2, 3. And I like to write them down just like this. 1, 2, 3. And this is going to be for what you are grateful for. So if you're grateful for something like small or big or whatever. Maybe something really good happened for you, or maybe you have something that you use and consume every single day. It might be like a favorite TV show, maybe your cup of coffee, maybe it's just like peace and quiet at a certain time of day. Like, go ahead and write that down. And I'm going to write down coffee and community. I do that almost every single day, or I have done it every single day. I'm thankful for it, grateful for the community that I'm creating, as well as my coffee in the morning to wake me up. And then, let's see, what else am I grateful for? The number one thing. I'll just put down my family. I'm just feeling like a lot of like, I need to put that down. So, all right. So now that we are done gratitude journaling, or if you still need more time, then go for it. I think when it comes to journaling, it has to be like whatever feels right for you, especially like gratitude journaling doesn't need to take very long, but if you're like into like a flow state journaling and that's what you're doing right now, then just go for it. All right, so the next thing I want to do is just finding a comfortable seat. So go ahead and cross your legs, and then let's bring one hand to the belly, one hand to the heart, and it could be like this. It could be like this. This feels more natural because you're kind of like giving yourself a hug. So left hand to belly, right hand to heart. And then maybe you just kind of wiggle your shoulders. Oh, my low back has been bugging me. So did you just see that little wince? Let's just take a deep breath. Open mouth, exhale. Deep inhale. Open mouth, exhale. One more time. I want you to send some love to your belly. What would that look like? So maybe you literally kind of give yourself a hug, kind of grip your body, like, thank you, body, thank you, belly, I love you, belly. You could say it out loud. You could think it deeply. You could send just like energy into that direction. And then here's a few affirmations. Thank you for digesting all my food. Thank you for holding in my organs. Thank you for existing on my body. I appreciate you exactly as you are. You don't need to change a thing. Go ahead and just take what resonates. So you could say it out loud, you could say it to yourself, and just take a moment to just kind of repeat that over and over again. Here, I want you to focus on relaxing your jaw, your forehead, just taking your time. I'm noticing myself kind of slumping over, so I'm going to lift up my chest again and feel that length in my spine. Just a few more breaths here in silence, just to kind of cement what we've done, the work that we've done. So 5 breaths, slowly, mindfully, about a minute in silence. Whenever you're ready, go ahead and bring your hands to your heart center. So kind of like a prayer position, tuck your chin. If it feels good, you can close your eyes or just have a soft gaze. Just thank yourself for showing up today and being present in this meditation practice. All right, so we'll move on to a bit of movement in our bodies. So go ahead and we will be doing this from a seat. I'm just going to be seated today, so I'm going to just scoot back so you can see my full body. I don't know why my nose is wanting to run this morning. I need like a tissue. Okay. I know why, because the area I live in has like the worst allergies. I live in a valley. All right, let's go ahead and begin with one leg extended, one leg bent. Let's sit up. And this extended leg has a flexed foot, okay? So extend this leg. I want you to engage the top of your thigh and really think about your toes pointing towards the sky. Lift up your chest, and maybe your belly is kind of touching your thigh here, so just kind of gently move it, and then slowly move forward. And this is a flat back, so we're not trying to like reach super far. We're trying to feel a stretch in this inner thigh, the back of the leg. We're just trying to stretch out those hips. Yesterday after practice, I did this stretch and I was just like, this is what I need to do tomorrow. Because it was like my body was wanting this, if that makes sense. So you kind of like can play with it by like walking your hands forward, walking them back. And you could even kind of lean towards that leg. I'm not like reaching towards my toes. I think that's a really good thing to kind of realize is you don't necessarily need to look a certain way. It needs to feel a certain way. I think a lot of people miss that in yoga. They want to like be, or they are looking to be performative and they end up injuring themselves, or it's just, there's not a connection to the practice with the body and the mind, which is, it's a shame. All right, so go ahead and sit back up. You should like go ahead and lean back, bring one leg in, one leg out, flex this other leg, and then just notice if you look at my thigh, you can kind of see I can engage, flex my foot on this side, and then lift up my chest. I can take my belly that's like kind of hitting my thigh, move it, so as I move forward, I have more space. You can do that on this side as well. So I'm just kind of like pushing into the belly and then walking my hands forward. So flexing this foot, engaging the top of the thigh to protect the knee, and just gently walking forward. My back is flat and I'm feeling it in my inner thigh, behind the leg. Take your time here, breathe. That next inhale, we come all the way back up and just take a moment. Maybe bring your opposite leg in. Find a seated version of this. It doesn't necessarily need to be like crossed where your knees are down on the ground. You can give yourself some support here if you need to. And then whenever you're ready, let's just slowly walk your hands forward. Again, flat back. And if you want to have your arms out and then a rounded back, that's fine too. It's just not going to access the hips as much as a flat back will. So just take your time, maybe bend your elbows as you just kind of rock into your hips. This should feel good. You can kind of lean to the left, lean to the right. Like, when was the last time you kind of explored your body in a way that's like, how does this feel? How does that feel? Oftentimes we're like, pose, pose, pose. I like that sometimes, but not all the time. Go ahead and lean back and then you can uncross and then recross the legs. So opposite direction. And if you don't have your legs crossed, maybe you take your legs a little wider, maybe more narrow, maybe switch the direction, however you want to. Adjust your pillow if you're sitting on a bolster. Lift up your chest and then slowly begin to walk your hands out in front of you. Ooh, my left hip. Definitely feeling it in my left hip. And like I said, my low back has been bugging me, so I'm not going to go as deep. I want to just like work on that. Stretching out my hips. Breathing. Finding that ujjayi breath. On that next inhale, let's go ahead and roll back up. And this time, let's circle the arms, reaching up. Lifting, lifting, lifting. And then let's kind of gently move to the right. Right hand comes down, maybe plants on the ground, and helps to kind of open up the chest. So just notice that left arm opens and maybe we look up towards the sky. And then on that next exhale, we could bring our left hand kind of out in front of us. So we're just kind of working on shoulder rotation. Inhale, lifting up the arm. Finding a good stretch here. Exhale, bring the arm back down. So gently rotating as far as it feels good. I feel like shoulders and hips, those are the ones that everybody's asking for. These are just like two simple ways to kind of stretch out both. So just take your time, feel into this. On that next exhale, let's lean all the way forward and then lifting up this opposite hand. We can rotate so both hands come out in front. Left hand comes down. Reach, 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 and then inhale. Arm comes back up. Oh, my shoulder popped. And like I've said before, as long as it's not painful, it's okay if your joints snapple, crackle, pop here and there. You know, if it's doing it all the time and you're concerned, check with your doctor. Somebody tagged me in a video and it was of somebody else who was like, I'm in so much pain, I don't know what to do. And they're like, Tiffany has the key. I would love to think that I know all. However, when people are in a lot of pain, yoga sometimes isn't the best place to start. Go ahead and come back to center. Reach, reach, reach. Exhale, hands to heart center. Yoga is a perfect place to start for breathing, for that, and stuff like that. But movement, definitely want to get checked out by your doctor. I'm not a doctor. You know, I just like know what works for me, what has worked for my clients, and I can show you that. But like, I just like saying that because I don't want you to think like I am the end all be all know all. No. Let's circle the arms, reach up, and then let's find a gentle twist to the left. Left hand, left hip, right hand, right leg. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, we find a gentle twist. Look over that left shoulder. On that next exhale, both hands come back to center. Inhale, raise your arms up. Find a gentle twist to the right this time. Right hand to the right hip. Left hand to the left leg. Inhale, we lengthen. Exhale, twist, look over the right shoulder. On that next exhale, both hands come forward. And then let's find a little bit of grounding at the very end. We can do this with hands face up, hands face down. This is grounding. This is receiving. And you can also go back to that loving embrace that we began with. So you choose which one is going to fit whatever you're needing for this morning. And I'd like you to just kind of soften your gaze or maybe shut down the eyes and allow yourself to just go inward. We want to just kind of analyze how our bodies are feeling at the end of practice and just focus here in the present. if your mind is kind of wandering into what's next, I need to do this X, Y, and Z, that's when we know we're not being present. So just notice those thoughts and just let them kind of roll right outside your brain. So maybe put them in a ball and then roll right out. And then once we've kind of found the place where we want to end our practice, let's relax our jaws, our foreheads, and just come into like a natural, easy, calm breath. And we'll be silent here for about 5 deep breaths, allowing yourself to really ground into the earth and just kind of finish the practice in a way that feels really good. And you can do this on your back, sitting up. You could even do this standing, whatever feels good for you for today. Begin to tap back into the breath. Maybe take a deep inhale. And whenever you're ready, if you've started or finished on your back, go ahead and roll to one side. And maybe gently push yourself up to a seated posture. Let's bring our hands to our heart center. Tuck our chin and maybe just take a moment to just reflect. Thanking yourself for showing up today and practicing. Bring your thumbs to your third eye if you'd like. The divine light within me honors the divine light within each and every one of you. Thank you so much for practicing with me today. Yay. So I hope that felt good. I hope it is a good start to your day, and you got exactly what you needed out of today's practice. Oops, nearly missed you. Ooh, I'm glad you didn't. Somebody shared my connection is so bad this morning. Oh no. All right, friends. Very good. I'm gonna maybe try laying like this. My low back is just bugging me. It's I don't know what is going on. And what's really interesting is my cousin threw his back out, and then the next day I had back pain. I wasn't feeling 100, and I was like, is this sympathy pains? I'm very close to my family, especially my cousin, and so we talk all the time, and his kids and my kids do the same thing, so we see each other almost every single day. So I'm why are both of our backs bugging us? Isn't that weird when that happens? It's when you're on the same cycle as all the women in your office, but now all of our backs are hurting. Who knows? I probably did something carrying my kids around. I shouldn't be doing it. So as far as if you are new here and you don't want to miss a practice, I do this every morning at 6 a.m. Pacific, and I have a free 60-minute yoga class in my bio, and you can go and get that, scoop that up. And if you put your email in, you can subscribe, and then every morning I send an email so that it reminds everybody hey, I'm going live at 6 a.m. I usually send it out between 5:15 and 5:30. And I also have a membership that I upload brand new full-length yoga videos to, as well as tarot readings. And then I also do a video cast where my husband and I discuss like relationship check-ins. So like how we do our relationship check-ins, date nights. So really connection with your partner. So it's called Check-In with the Crows. So it's pretty cool. And if you've seen any of our relationship videos here on TikTok, it was kind of like brought from that. I have 3 episodes already up. So it's gotten some really good feedback, and I should be posting. I have some recorded like little snippets of the last one that we did, because we did like a full length check-in, and I posted them on Instagram, but I haven't posted them here, so I should probably do that. One of those content creator things, it's like I gotta post here, I gotta post there, and like make sure the content is for the platform that I'm posting on. And I just started posting YouTube shorts. So that's been fun. Like reusing content on YouTube and all that. There's just like so much. I feel like anybody who's wanting to be a full-time content creator, they always say like, start with one platform, right? So, you know, I chose TikTok, and this has been like super fun, but now I'm kind of like trying to like smooth out everything else, like bring some elevation to like the other platforms. And every time somebody like looks at my account, like if I ask for some sort of a review on Instagram, they'll go, you need to post more pictures. And I'm like, oh. So if you follow me on Instagram and you're like, yeah, you don't have very many, I know. I only probably have posted 1 picture in the last like 3 weeks. But, you know, I prefer like video content. It's where you're going to see like more of my personality. It's where you're going to see like how like I am as a human. Like I feel like you don't get that as much with a picture. I feel like pictures don't necessarily tell the full story as well. But that's just me. So in addition to that, and I'm going to like start doing this, and I'll probably do it when my kids go back to school. So in a couple of weeks, thanks for following me. I will begin posting these lives on YouTube. So people will have something to be able to go and watch. And I'm not sure what is going to come from that. Like if I'm going to put it in like a subscription type of a thing, or if I'm going to just like make it accessible to everybody. So haven't decided, but it'll be coming in August, the end of August. And so if you're like, oh, I like these and I can't make the time, I did want to like give the opportunity for people to like see these lives in that way at least. So there's not really a way that I can like post on TikTok like a 30-minute video. I think I can do 10-minute videos. My 10-minute videos do not do well. I posted a few of them. It's just, I don't know. TikTok, you really have to engage somebody to like on TikTok. I mean, I don't know who's posting 10-minute videos where people are just like watching like I struggle keeping people on my page for 30 seconds. So 10 minutes, I don't think I could do it. But yeah, I have a YouTube platform where you can go check out I have hundreds of YouTube videos. I have a 90-day challenge that I posted in 2020. And that's still to this day, that's like my highest ranking like series. I still get a lot of people who start this like 90-day challenge. So if you're like, I need something and I want like, that's a good place to like go and like check that out. If you don't want something as long, I have 30 days to happy hips. And so I have 30 videos every single day. It's like 3 moves, and it focuses on the core, the hips, and with the hips, you stretch it, like there's a stretching pose and then a strengthening pose. So those are the 3 moves. And then I do them from a chair, standing, and then on the ground. So it gives you basically 9 moves like every single day, because you can see all the different ways like the poses can be done in an accessible way. So I did that in 2020 as well. 2020 was a busy year on YouTube, and those are still like pretty popular videos. So if you want to go check those out, those are available. Check out my 60-minute class on YouTube. Not YouTube, on my link in bio, so that you can like get emails reminding you about my morning class here. So it's every morning at 6 a.m. Pacific. And then if you're wondering like what course like closely resembles this, it would be my 75 self-love challenge. And that one specifically is just so good for like if you have no idea where to start, you could start there, and it's like every day you kind of build onto it. I give you like books to read, journal entries to think about. About halfway through, we like kind of go into like trauma-based stuff. Do not come on the camera because you're not wearing any clothes. Sorry, my son just woke up and he's in his underwear and I don't want him on camera. No. What are you doing up so early? He usually wakes up at like 10. Can you recommend anything for sciatica? Yeah, so for anything for sciatic pain, think about your back like this, right? You have like this natural curve. You want to kind of accentuate that. So anything that, like I'm on my stomach right now, so like these types of moves where you're like back bending like this, that's kind of the direction you want to go into. So like sitting like this on your back where your arms are under you, kind of like a sphinx, that would be really good for your back body. You could also, I have a bunch of stuff for sciatica. You could also do like a pigeon. That's also good. There's this one move where I have like standing on a block and I like swing my opposite leg, if that makes sense. Let me see. Oh no, you just crashed. No. Why am I crashing? I was having issues with my internet yesterday too. But essentially, if you're standing on a block, you just kind of rock your leg like this. So you see how your back kind of finds that curve. But when you're standing on a block, it's a little bit easier. Your foot isn't going to hit the mat. But you do that both sides. And then really think about maybe even holding it. So lean back, hold it. Forward, hold it. Back, hold it. Those kind of moves are just like good when you're doing them, 1 minute at a time, but you need to do them consistently over the course of like many, many days to see like an improvement. Moves to help with balance. Balance is going to be core and hydration. So I would just say like give yourself as much support as you need to, and start from a chair and do a lot of core work to help with your balance. Also think about your feet and maybe do some toe grips. So if you're feeling like you're not that steady on your feet, like train your feet to kind of like grip the ground a little bit better. Hey, I just want to thank you. I've been doing your yoga and I was able to walk in Gatlinburg. Yay! I love that. Thank you so much for sharing that with me. Yeah, improving balance is such like a huge thing to be like, this move is going to help you. But a lot of times it's like doing some sort of a core work. And honestly, you could be sitting down and you could just kind of rotate your spine like this, or rotate your torso. And this could be the core work. This could be the core work. You could just do this from a chair, right? Engaging your core. Taking your time to kind of, you could even go like this. To kind of feel into all the different areas of your core, because oftentimes that's the reason why we're kind of off balance. And then making sure that you're super steady on your feet. So those toe grips where you're gripping with the toes. And I've seen it a lot where, and I kind of have something I could do. Like if you have some sort of a stretchy band here, you could work your foot in that way, if that makes sense. So kind of like flexing your foot and then having something to kind of give a little bit of resistance, so to speak. It's a shirt, so this would work better if it was a band, but something like that would kind of build up some strength in your ankles, in your toes. So those types of moves are super effective. They're very like isolated, and so you can kind of like build up that strength. So think about it in that way. I have diastasis repair suggestions to rebuild. You know, one of my friends, Holixtic, Holixtic, she just had a baby, and she's been posting a lot of stuff on diastasis recti, and it's a lot of core moves. And the 3 moves that I just showed you, so like where you are just sitting and you take your elbow opposite knee, so that's one move. One move is going like this, and then knee to hip. Those 3 moves, do like 10 sets each side to help with like building up your core from a chair. But like I said, Holixtic, she literally just had a baby like 10 weeks ago, and she's already working on her diastasis recti. And she's been showing stuff on TikTok, so I definitely would go and follow her and try some of the moves that she's been doing. She's amazing. Awesome. Okay, well, it's already 6:41. Can't believe it. And my low back is feeling better. I think me sitting in that position kind of helped release some pressure there, so that's good. All right, friends, I will be here again tomorrow at 6 a.m. Pacific, and I would love to see everybody here again. And if you can, go and sign up for that 60-minute class and then get on my email list so that I can send you reminders, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye. What's her name again? It's Holix, Holixtic. So I'll put it, bye. I'll like write something. Let me see. Oh yeah, I can comment this way. All right, friends. Screenshot it so you don't lose the name. You're welcome. You're welcome. Bye.